What's up, guys? SnowShovel here, and I'm gonna do another play with snow episode, but today I'm doing a 5v5 PUG with some friends and some clanmates. These were just for fun. We do these almost every day. It's a good way. I would say isolated PUGs are a really good way to like learn a lot of strats and some gameplay basics when it comes to clan warring, because you get consistent clan wars, and it's against people you know, it's against skilled players, and when you're done, you can kind of talk about like what you did right and what you did wrong. Magic. And it's a friendly fight every time. So I think that these are really good, and I'm probably going to do these a lot more often. So yeah, let's get right into it. Playing Black Scent. Tournament rules, just some basic stuff, nothing too serious. On my team, sorry, my voice is very bad today. I'm kind of sick. But anyway, players on my team. I have Callie, Ace of Sex. I have Tyler, who's Hysteria. Glock is on. It's me, and who's the fourth? Or the fifth, sorry. I think it's Tyrone. Pretty sure it's, I don't know. I actually don't remember, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, we're playing against Pyro, Pyro and some other friends that we have who get on to PUG with us. So yeah, if you guys look at the scoreboard, oh okay, yeah, it is Tyrone. But anyway, very fun. These are awesome. Very great way to practice clan warring with skilled players and consistently playing strategies and playstyles that are effective, instead of like randomly getting a random team that's really bad. Like, this is basically in-house scrimming. Very good thing to do. You want to do that, and if you can't do it in-house with a team, just set up a PUG and just get some of your friends to come play. So I'm just going to go over from this point on what I'm doing in the clan wars, and tell you guys what I do and why I'm doing it, what I'm thinking, if I screw up, like what I did wrong or what I was trying to do and why I died. But right, so at this point we're doing a Site 1 push. I'm timing this so that Tyrone and Glock run out. I've said this before, where I throw the nade after they go out, and they go. And as it's timed, as you can see, I kill Pyro because it was timed perfectly. I'm just trying to pre-fire at the site because I saw that there was a guy on the site, but my teammate was able to take him out. Force is the last guy up, and I managed to get the kill as he's pushing through mid. At that point, I know that Force likes to flank heavily, so I need to be aware of that. And that's just something you kind of pick up on, like learn another player's play style and like try and pick up on their habits. So after about 3 rounds, we notice they never push the generator, so we know we can take it. But we're still being very cautious about it. We smoke the left side and my team starts pushing in. I try to work some sort of pick here, kind of like a wild card play. I wasn't able to get the kill, but I was able to get a couple hits in on him, which is very good. Anytime you're getting free damage on an enemy, it's a good thing. But yeah, I notice I keep tagging everyone in this round, and it was starting to rustle my jimmies a little, if you know what I mean. But it's a 1v4 situation at this point. I realize they can come from all sides. They could flank from the front or the back. I know there's 2 guys on site. Now I know that they're all on site because I counted 4 of them. One of them's pushing in, and Alo gets the headshot on me with an RX-4. Oh my god! Fuck that guy. He kills me a lot in this game, I noticed. I think he's just doing it to mess with me. We have a little inside joke about the RX-4, so he just likes to goof off. But yeah, we're doing a split at this point. We're pushing hard here though, so that we kind of set up a sort of ruse. But then we just they kind of just go balls in. I didn't really call it out, but we go in. I pick up the scope trying to work a pick. I thought Glock was watching my left, and I was gonna peek green wall, but he was apparently reloading in that situation.
Sorry.
So it was just really bad timing on our end. But it's a 1vx situation here, and Glock just gets taken out. It was just bad timing, and a lot of rounds, even in tournaments and ranked games, you're gonna have bad timings, and bad timings are usually what make or break a push. It's all about who sees who first and what goes down, and it's all about the timings. It doesn't even come down to teamwork at that point. I mean, teamwork plays a very big role, but you want the timings to be absolutely perfect as you're going in. Otherwise, they're not going to be effective. I agitate mid a little bit. I realize Pyro's doing a very heavy flank, so I come around and try and save my teammate, but it was too late. I think that they all rotated because there was a heavy push at 2 gen, but it looked like the scope or a rifle was playing the spawn as I was pushing. So I push into mid after throwing a nade, realizing there's no one up here. And I realize my teammates have been taken out, and it's just me and Callie here. So I pre-fire the doorway here because I understand, or I don't, I'm sorry. I pre-fire now because I realize there could be a scope in there, so I need to pre-fire a common spot. At this point, I understand that no one's in the site. I take out Deadly, and I grab the bomb, and I know that there's only a scope up at this point. So I grab scope to try and counter-scope him. We get put in an awkward situation here where I either need to get the kill or Callie needs to come get the bomb while I'm covering. But I get the kill on force anyway. So yeah, tied game, 3-3. Very close. These are pretty intense, but it's also a lot of fun. We start playing defense, and I just call a 2-1-2 strat. Everyone plays off spawn, which basically just means the guy who spawns closest gets the bomb, or I'm sorry, gets the choke point based off their spawn.
Are you sure?
And what happened there was I got a call out that they were all at gen, meaning all 5 of them. So I assumed that mid was safe, so I was trying to work an angle. But it appeared to be a bad call out, and my teammate didn't realize there was a 5th guy in mid. So I kind of relied on him there, and it just goes to show communication is important, but proper communication is even more important. So you need to make those call-outs correct. Don't just assume that there's 5 guys pushing because you see a lot of people. You just call out the exact amount that you see, and then you go from there, because any more than that, and you're just assuming things, and when you do that, that's where you create mistakes. Tyler was pushing, I guess he was going to 1. I don't see why, though. There was smoke up. He probably shouldn't have been peeking that, because they had UAV. Force was still alive in that situation, so it was probably better that Tyler was not peeking that whatsoever, or if he was just trying to get a quick pick. But yeah, Tyler gets taken out.
There's one on your left, Tyrone.
It's a 2v3, and they've got Callie pretty much pinned here from both sides, and there wasn't much we could do in that situation. Let's see what we do here. Okay, so I pushed gen this round. We're just doing a 2-1-2 split. My teammate doesn't come with me, so I can't push it. I check anyway, not hearing any footsteps, so I kind of crouch in. I don't see anything, so I ordered Glock and me to fall back. Tyrone should have stayed in gen. There was no reason for him to fall back at that point. If you take gen, you keep it. You don't get rid of it. Gen is so important. Like it's so important to hold gen, because you prevent them from doing a 2 push as effectively as they could, and that way they don't have options. Now this is a spot I don't play very often, but I was playing it so I could actively help in case of a push, and I could still see the nade if it was coming. But then we get the call out that they're pushing gen. I see a guy's in vent. I see another guy in vent, so I know that there's 2 in vent. 1 guy dropped in. I don't know if the 2nd guy did. So I'm just kind of watching this, trying to hope that I get a pick. It appears they're both not in vent, so I start pushing in. Tyler gets a 2K. and he kind of jumped the gun on that one because he should have waited for Callie and me to push in with him. But it's one of those situational things. He said that there was a guy throwing a nade, and it was he felt that he could pull it off, so he did. And it's just one of those things where after a while you start to understand what you're capable of doing in that situation. It was very risky on his part to do that, but sometimes it's good to just have a little bit of confidence when you're going in, especially when it's a 1v1 and the other guy's throwing a nade. You should really take advantage of those moments if you can. But don't do it all the time, because getting yourself killed is not helpful. And taking unnecessary risks isn't helpful either. So it's a 3v1 retake, and Callie gets the kill. Was pretty successful. We have a pretty good system going at 2. Just doing the 2-1-2s. They tend to stall pretty well, so that we're able to rotate fast enough to try and get the kills and get the retake. I get a fast pick on Pyro. I think there's another one there, but I don't see him. I pre-fire to the left, and I start falling back, realizing there's smoke up. I stay hidden in case there's a UAV coming from blue crate from Force, because I know he's still up, and the scope could be playing there. Tyler says he's found the scope, so I know it's safe to push. I start going through mid. Callie says there was a guy at mid, so I go to check it out, and apparently the door is closed and he's not here. I throw a sound nade so that way Callie can push in without getting pre-fired, but Callie went right instead of left, but it doesn't really matter. Callie gets taken out, and I'm kind of in an awkward situation. I take out Deadly, and I try to get the pre-fire kill on Force at the pyramid where you only see their head, but he was playing further back, so I hit his foot instead. It's just kind of one of those situations where you just gotta hope for the best. Very important that you pre-fire on a retake, especially common spots. This round I did a wildcard play where I pushed the blue crate, and I thought I would catch Force by surprise, or people pushing warehouse by surprise, because that's not something you see very often. But it just so happened that Alo was pushing that exact same route with an RX-4, gets the headshot on me, and I get taken out. So we're split up pretty bad, 1-1-1. Callie should have rotated much sooner, but you know, shit happens. So we hear one below Glock. Glock's in an awkward position, and there's not much he can really do in this situation. There's not much anyone can do in this situation. If you're pinned at mid and there are 3 guys up, they could all peek at any point in time to take you out. It's a matter of time. And a really good team knows exactly how to set that up. But I don't know. So yeah, last round. Kind of spoiled it there, but that doesn't really matter. But so I'm the only one at 1. We start stacking 2 because we think that they're pushing 2. I kind of fake a warehouse push because I know they're throwing nades. I realize there's a guy in there. Miss my headshot, and I start falling back, knowing that the door is open. I try to get some wall bangs. I know there's 2 guys in there at least because I heard 2 sets of footsteps in there. So I'm just kind of passively playing so that I'm only spotted from one direction, waiting for a teammate. Glock is just watching the mid street at this point.
Yeah, scope's right in front of me.
I throw this common nade to try and get the guy at the doorway, but he wasn't there. I see him there. I start wall banging. I actually get a headshot on him, and there's another guy throwing a nade at that exact moment, so I know there's 2 in there again. I reload, and I asked Glock to throw a nade so that I could push in quietly, but he didn't have one, so I slowly creep in. I kind of get really lucky there with the 180 kill. Was not expecting him there. I didn't see him as I was going in, but I do get the kill at warehouse. It ends up that they're pushing 2 really hard at this point, and I don't know where everyone's at. I just know that the sniper is at 2, and I can safely assume that there are probably 1 or 2 guys near there or on site with him. But I check mid anyway just to make sure that our flank was covered. I also check the gay spot before I go in. I'm being very cautious here because I don't want to lose, and it's just me and Glock up. We have no idea where all of them are at. We only know where 1 or 2 of them are. So, Glock says there's 2 coming. I've noticed that the scope is outside. I take out Pyro. Deadly's in vent. And Glock takes him out. And Forrest is either back hall or he's front hall. And it ends up he's at the front door. And very, very tight spot here for Glock. He starts firing. Realizes he only has about 6 bullets left. Misses and gets tanked, and Forrest takes him out. But yeah, it was a fun game. We do these very often. And if you guys enjoy this video, please subscribe. Like the video and favorite it. And I'll have more of these up later. And I'll see you guys next time.